The day that I got the phone call from the Gift of Life crew, I went outside, started my bonfire, and I heard my telephone ring in the house. And I could hear the answer machine. It was the Gift of Life. I had been waiting on a kidney transplant list for some time, and I couldn't answer it fast enough, trying to listen to the answering machine and get the numbers so I could call them back. And sure enough, I called them back. I got it all recorded. I documented my kidney transplant. It was the community, the outdoor community, and the good friends on YouTube and finding Fatwood that really got me through a rough transplant, and it's inspired me to just keep moving forward. Hi there, my name is Shlisa Shell. My friends call me the Fatwood Queen. I love outdoors and I love adventures, and I love to go out and I find Fatwood. Right here is where I do a lot of my woodworking. I do a lot of cutting and sawing and splitting. I enjoy most of all going out and finding special wood. I'm now turning wood. I make handles, I make all kinds of stuff with my wood. I have a YouTube channel, a couple thousand subscribers, good friends. I'm in a great community. I love making fire, I love practicing bushcraft, and I love Fatwood. You're probably wondering, what is Fatwood? Some people call it flatwood. It's Fatwood. It's fat with resin. A lot of Fatwood looks like bacon. It looks like fat. Fatwood is basically resinous pine wood. Often comes from the branch from a pine tree, a stump, or sometimes even from the tree core. This is a pine knot, and deep inside is rich amber red resin. Bushcrafters like Fatwood because it makes good fire. Only need a little bit. You can get a fire started in the wind and the rain because this resinous Fatwood will light, and it's windproof and waterproof. Now, I've cut my hands before, so I wear protective gloves so I don't cut myself. Now, my workspace is usually a spot with a nice good chopping block, a nice stump, something to chop on. I do a lot of sawing and splitting. I tend to get a mess around me, so I pick the best spot for making a mess and cleaning it up later. So I usually keep about 4 workspaces. I have a spot out front because I do a lot of photo shooting because I sell a lot of Fatwood. I keep a spot out front in my front yard with a chopping block. I keep a stump over on my patio in case I want to go from the inside to outside just to cut something real quick and go back in. And then I've got a spot over here where I spend hours sometimes just processing Fatwood. My workspace usually involves a good stump, a saw, a hatchet, an axe, and a good knife. Love my SE6.
So I noticed this is brighter. It seems a little brighter than inside there.
Yes, it's pine resin is very translucent. It glows and it smells pretty. My name is a combination of Sheila and Lisa. Shlisa. This piece is pretty much dried out. There's no resin up there. There's no resin in here. Just a little bit of resin down here. That'll go in the burn pile. This keeps my arms strong and it gives me good cardio. I could do a lot of this with machines. I like to practice and I need the cardio. I've got this new type of wood lately. It's really fun to work with and it's like candy. It's got a red glowing candy color to it.
So you have a really unique channel picture and it looks like a historic photo, but it also looks like you. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
When I started YouTube, I didn't know anything about digital cameras, okay? And I asked my son, I said, I need a channel or an account so I can leave comments, and I'd like to have a picture other than a silhouette. And I remembered my friends had sent me a photo of Annie Oakley through an email, laughing, saying she looks just like me. I asked my son, can I use that Annie Oakley picture? And it stuck. I've never changed it. I don't want to change it. Some people think it's me, but it's Annie Oakley. I got a 22 myself. Gotta love Annie Oakley. She's my doppelganger. Love it. I visited Annie Oakley's grave last June, going to a meetup in Ohio. And that was very touching. I did a video on that Annie Oakley, she's my gal. There are several places where I shoot my photos for my Etsy store. Sometimes if I need shade, I shoot photos in the front yard. Sometimes I shoot photos in my house. I got the right lights and the table for that. A lot of times I'll shoot my photos out here. I like to use a buffalo check print, which is a lumberjack red and black checkered plaid, and I shoot my videos on that. I'll lay it out on this table and I'll set up my Fatwood for sale. I used to shoot my photos here, but it's almost the same color as the wood and it doesn't stand out as much. These chips are basically a pine knot. Have you ever seen a kid peek through the knot hole in a board or in a wall? This is basically a knot hole. And I have knotty pine cathedral ceilings in my dining room and in my workshop. It's all knotty pine cathedral ceilings, and how fitting for the Fatwood Queen. A year ago I bought a wood lathe and I've almost got my wood shop up and ready to go. I've already made a wood turning video and I'd like to show you. It's a work in progress, but let's go check out my little workshop. It's a little dark in here, but come on in. So it's a work in progress. I've got one pegboard up for now. I got this wood lathe a year ago and I'm ready to use it. Started using it a few weeks ago. I did make a baton last spring with it, but I'm starting to get serious about wood turning now. Most of what I'm turning are handles for ferro rods. Ferro rods are a fire steel where you can strike up a fire with your Fatwood. As you can see, like I said, I have knotty pine cathedral ceilings. Over here is my sticker board. I started collecting stickers from fellow YouTubers back in 2016, and I'm going to be putting a whole new one up right here. So I want your sticker on my board. This little spot is my Etsy store. This is where I keep my candles and pine pitch and fire starters, and keep all my shipping supplies over here. And in these filing cabinets I keep my flammables. I keep all my Fatwood in these file cabinets. I have Fatwood by the pound bundles, white pine, red pine, Austrian pine, Scotch pine. Every kind of Fatwood you want, I've got it. These are fire starter sticks. These are for shaving and curling and starting fires. These are the most common bought products I offer. At my store, you can get more than just sticks. You can get whole branches, you can get circles, you can get any way you want it cut. Pine pitch is tree resin. It's picked right off of the pine tree. It's where the resin comes out of the tree and leaves a big chunk. You can melt them down and make a clear amber red resin, or you can melt it down and make glue with it. It's a bushcrafter's tool. Mostly what you get on Fatwood Queen on Etsy is Fatwood of all shapes and sizes.
So you're one of the few shops in America that can actually truly say 100% made in America.
Absolutely, and harvested in America. Since I have a wood lathe, I might as well have a drill press. I've got a grinding wheel to sharpen my tools. I don't have to do it by hand. That's going to save me a lot of work. So will this. So will this. This is a brand new wheel grinder. That's got a stand. We're going to be moving stuff around and finding a home for that. My number one tool when it comes to Fatwood hunting and working with Fatwood is a curved pull pruning saw. Cheaper they are, the better they work. This is the best number one tool in my opinion when it comes to working with Fatwood. It gives a nice smooth cut and it doesn't leave any tool marks. You also got to have good big knives, hatchets. I used to use this one a lot, but she's been beat to heck. Most of my tools right now are outside, but I always have a good tool. I always have a good knife, a good hatchet, a full-size axe, and a pruning saw. Those are most of my main tools, hand tools. Gotta have the queen crown on. Alright, so this is a trophy piece made by Steve's Woodworking Homestead up here. I have a hatchet here from Alex Rebar, Liberty Road Outdoors, booyaka, whoopsh. He's been on the TV show Alone. He's a good friend of mine. I bought this hatchet from him and he put Keep It Burning on there. That's my logo. Right after my kidney transplant, I got a surprise gift in the mail. This is James Humrick, old school with a modern twist. He does great burn pen work and leather work, and I'm very proud of that piece. This is my Fatwood Queen scepter made by Steve's Woodworking and Homestead. Very beautiful. It's got a little gem in there. And up here, I can shoot lasers with it. This is the background for my show, Fatwood Anonymous, that will be coming back up very soon. I have a reed flute from the Cumberland Falls in Kentucky. I used to go to meetups down there. And a lot of these are my prized possessions, and some things just need to be trimmed up and put for sale. A couple of them are already for sale. This here's a knot cluster. I'd like to start saving these and making more of these. Over the years, I've gifted people wood, fatwood, pine knots, and they make things out of it and then they send it back to me. I feel very blessed. This is a silly little knot head and a little goblet with the loose ring on it. I got treasures everywhere. The day that I got the phone call from the Gift of Life crew, I had been on YouTube making videos for 7 months. I was watching a video on YouTube from Calvin's Corner 72. He was doing a bonfire, I think, and I commented, I'm gonna go out and have me a bonfire right now. I went outside, started my bonfire, and I heard my telephone ring in the house, and I could hear the answer machine. It was the Gift of Life. I had been waiting on the kidney transplant list for some time, and I couldn't answer it fast enough. I grabbed my camera, I'm trying to listen to the answering machine and get the numbers so I could call them back. And sure enough, I called them back. I got it all recorded. I documented my kidney transplant. It was the community, the outdoor community and the good friends on YouTube and finding Fatwood that really got me through a rough transplant, and it's inspired me to just keep moving forward. And I got my kidney transplant right before I turned 40, and finding Fatwood helped me get through that really rough ordeal and the pain. And I just kept getting out every morning to go shoot a video. The Fatwood really helped me get through my kidney transplant. Now, even though I got a kidney transplant, that makes my quality of life a lot better and my chance of living longer a lot better. But it's not a cure. A kidney transplant is not a cure. It's a treatment option, and it's better than being on kidney dialysis. It's a lot healthier and a lot better quality of life. So kidney transplants are important, but they don't save your life, they just give you more life. I started finding Fatwood on YouTube, and people were admiring me, and somebody joked around and called me the Fatwood Queen. We don't know who it was, but it has stuck ever since. I didn't like that name at first, but it grew on me, especially with the more respectable ladies that would come to my videos to watch me find Fatwood, and they would comment why they call me the Fatwood Queen. So I grew to love that name, the Fatwood Queen. I learned about Fatwood on YouTube, watching videos, before I ever started a video. The day I did a video, I had people right there watching my channel, and those were people that I had watched their channel and left comments. I started seeing these people collecting this Fatwood, and that drove me to get a digital camera and go out there and try to find the stuff on my own and then figure out how to post it on YouTube. And when I did, people would say, hey, try going over there, check that tree out over there, and they'd give me a timestamp. Next thing you know, I was learning this stuff, and I realized how little I knew about pine trees and spruce trees and evergreens. And I've been on a mission ever since to learn whatever I can about this really cool wood. So many cool things about Fatwood. This is my favorite bushcraft knife. It's an SE6. I won this on Survival Mindsets channel. They did a giveaway years ago, and I'm gonna slice up some Fatwood and make some curls. Let's see here, we want some fine curls. Fatwood is so easy to cut. It's like cutting through wax. Yeah, I keep this knife plenty sharp, clean, and oiled. She'll last me a lifetime, and that's all you need right there. It doesn't take much Fatwood. This is the ferro rod I've made for you. This is a striker I'm gonna loan you. I don't have any strikers to give you, but if you have a sharp knife with a 90-degree spine on the back of that knife, you can strike up a fire. You lay your striker flat and you roll it forward just a hair to get a nice scratch.
So I'll do it like that?
Just like that. But you want to lay it flat. Flatten it up against it and roll forward just a little bit.
Okay. And then just give it a good...
Yep. Hey, you got it. Now light those curls.
Oh, there we go.
Boom, baby.
Just like that, huh?
Boom shakalaka. I hope you guys come check out my channel. I do a whole lot of fun stuff, and I love sharing my experiences, and I love sharing the new knowledge. I love learning. Love to check out your channels. Like to get around and meet everybody, and I love YouTube. I appreciate this opportunity to get to know you.